Hello. How does all this work? Um, gonna just remove hide all chat. Fabulous. Let me just check that there's a stream. This could be fun. Yeah, that's the stream. All right. Let's put this here and open up something innocuous on the screen since it looks like you can see a tiny bit of that. All right. Let's open this up. See what's going on. Cool. I did open this before. It was a gift from a friend. So I have seen it before. There's cool instructions. And there's a lot of tiny little pieces, which I'm quite excited to get into. Actually, give me a second. Some newspaper. It's going to be useful to cover up the desk. It says one watching now on the screen, which I suspect is me. I'm watching now. Cool. I think each of these little trays has a plastic topper, so I'll leave those on for now while I get everything set up. Let's also do all of this nonsense. Look, there's like a little ruler. A little piece of sandpaper. Little ruler. And a tiny stick of glue as well. And if I run out of this, I do have more wood glue. Let's remove that box. Okay. Oh, there's wax. Did I mention the wax? Use the wax candle to wax all surfaces which are in contact as they move. Smart, smart. I will do that. Okay. So, I mean, this desk is especially with the monitor, is a bit too small for crafts, but here we are. Let's get started. Firstly, I loved this when I first saw it. There's a need advice. There's a phone number that I can call, which I may well do. We don't know yet. Okay, and then we just get started. So every part has a number. And those numbers are listed out. Wow, okay. This is, okay, parts 4 and 5. Parts 1, 2, and then parts 4 and 5, and we put glue, it looks like, between parts 1 and 2. Okay, so let's find part 1. Part 1 and 2 looks like is in this one. for wood glue. If I knew how to use it. And there's these little pieces of paper. Okay. So I suppose this one is one. This 3D piece, little scuffed up from the CNC. Not to worry. We need number five. Five is this number 5? No. So we need this piece. And I think that's it from this box. Unless I'm misreading that. At this moment, that's it from this box. And then this box has pieces for. This is piece 4. On top of it is piece 6. And this is piece 5. So on the left was 4. On the right was 5. Put this back on the stack. And then there's piece 2. It must be here. 2 times 2, yeah, that's it. This box got a little messed up. I can see, okay, here's 1 2 piece, so that's gonna go there. Now is the time to set up, to put down some newspaper. Don't worry, this, that's perfect. We have a newer copy of this magazine. It's from a great charity all about pets. I suspect it will be useful if I lay down more newspaper than I need just for covering the space, and I can move pieces off to the side while I build other pieces. Because as you can see in the instructions, anytime you glue something, it takes 10 minutes for the glue to set, which is standard gluing procedure. So I have 2 pieces. Okay. Maybe I should get my clamps as well. That might be. I'm just going to get some clamps. Clamps. Everything that is needed. Oh, there's a second person. That's exciting. Okay. So I think we're supposed to, you folks can see the instructions, we're supposed to line this up here and line this up here. It seems to stick out over the edge a little bit. No, I see. It's supposed to go down like this, and that gives us the position for piece 2, which will look like this. This is a bit more fiddly than let's say a Lego set. Maybe let's get a mechanical pencil. That's going to be useful. So I can line stuff up. Got it. Mechanical pencils seem to be one of those things that always disappear in this home. I feel like I'm being clever here, but maybe I'm not. Just gonna draw my registration marks. Oh. Ah. Gotta watch out for my own head. Joys of streaming. Yeah. That's great. And it looks exactly like the instructions here. Once I stick it on, I need to wait a whole 10 minutes for that piece to glue on. So that's what it is. Let's get some glue on there. To use glue, remove plastic plug from inside the neck of the pen. I wonder if I should also get myself a spudger of some kind. That will be okay. The plastic plug is gone. Okay. I'm gonna use the old glue spreader. All reliable. My finger. I had a technology teacher. We called it resistant materials, I think, which was just, wood shop basically, who did the trick where you put glue on his finger and then tried to lick it. And he would switch the finger at the last second, and actually lick the finger, and had a good effect, I think, on the students. We all enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm not sure clamping is going to be necessary, but here we are. Put that to the side. I don't think it needs newspaper because one piece is attached entirely to the other, which raises a question why it wasn't just CNC that way. That's okay. Okay, and now we've got 1B, so we get our second two-piece. That's off camera, so that's good. And we get our three-piece, which I will have to find. I think it's here. That looks like the right piece. Okay, three. We're supposed to again use this piece, which is actually, I just realized, not symmetrical, but it is of uniform thickness, so it shouldn't actually matter for alignment which way we use it. It's probably like this though. And we stick, yes, we stick this one like this. That does seem to line up. Not too problematically. Just trying to make sure everything's square. There we go. Just draw those registrations on again. Making sure the camera can see. Okay, and the glue. And the clamps, and the glue, and the clamps. This glue seems actually, maybe it's like a non-toxic mix, because it seems, I'm spreading it with my finger, Normally I'd be used to getting residue all over my finger, but it seems really, it seems like my finger is still clean, which is quite surprising. Okay, that seems to be lined up with the registration. And maybe it's because I did this with my finger and I've got more. Another clamp. So let's stick this in place. And then, if I'm reading this right, the next instruction uses the piece from the previous instruction. So if I was doing this properly, I would have to wait a full 10 minutes before moving to the next instruction. But I think I will try and move forwards and see if there's something that we can do separately, because I mean there's a lot of pages of instructions, and I'm not about to wait 20 minutes or even 10 minutes just to. I need to be careful about my phone, huh? Even 10 minutes just to move on to something else. But it does look like this whole section is about those two pieces that we just glued. So that's pretty crazy. This is still building up the main piano structure. Wonder if we can do this part, maybe from yes. From instructions 9. This looks separate. This looks very separate. Maybe from 10. 9. Yeah. Let's see if we can start here at 9. Okay. By the time I've like clamped up one of these pieces, found all the pieces that I need and clamped them all up, it may well be that it's time to move on with the next step of the other one. So let's find piece 19. That's 18, that's 17. 19 is down here. Okay. That is in this one. Does that look right? It does. I need 2 tiny dowels. There is the dowel box. $3mm by 12. 3 by 12. That's these ones, 3 by 12. So that looks like it's going to be these. Those do look like they fit. And I'll tape down, which is sensible given how small these tiny little bamboo things are. Maybe I'm not bamboo. Just making that up. Okay. Oh. Thank you, Lewis. So these need glue to be doweled in, but I'm going to do that before looking for the rest of the pieces. Actually, I'm just going to stick this in like that. Perfect. Oh, it's not a tight fit. interesting. I think that's still, I still think that's right. Let me just double check. These are the right dowels. Three millimeters by 12 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I think. Well, I only see 5 of them, but there is. I do only see 5 of them. I still think those are right, even if we're missing a piece. We'll find out. Okay, I need piece 20. Which could be anywhere. I think I see it here. Cool. You see, we're speeding up. I'm not exactly happy about the glue, because these don't fit too tight. They seem to be, they're like 0.5 millimeter off, which is not great. Is there a focus? No, I mean, this is just streaming from live from the phone, so it's not going to be the most professional thing ever. We need a 3 millimeter by 36 millimeter dowel, and we need a 3 millimeter by 24 millimeter dowel. So the 3 by 24, there's 2 of those, and they look to be, that's this one. They're supposed to be down here. There's 2 3 by 36s as well. Maybe I'll just get a ruler and measure it myself. Yeah, so that's the 40. These are the 36, and this is the 24. Just, oh, yeah, the ruler is provided. So is that 36? I suppose I should measure it on a flat surface. It is 36 to the precision of this ruler thing. And this is, yes, that looks like 24. And go on, just for a good measure, let's try and see if it's 3. That looks like 3. Fabulous. Okay, so back to instruction 9. The long one looks like it's coming at the top. It also looks like there's instructions to wax. Where did my wax stick go? It does suggest that waxing should also be done with sanding. That feels already kind of smooth, so maybe that's not necessary. The inside of here, though, that's been machined, so I will try and sand that, since why not? I have more sandpaper if needed. Lovely. Now let's wax. Very therapeutic. Ah, the dowel that goes down in the bottom does need glue. Okay. That's fine. Oh yeah, okay. That's waxed. What a surprise. So this goes in like this. If this doesn't fit all the way through, then I've done something wrong. That's some clever machining actually. They must have quite a fancy CNC, or maybe they manually deal with the pieces afterwards, because they've obviously machined holes this way and a hole this way. As well as the cutout itself. Great. So that does fit. Surprised that they're not asking. They are calling for glue. Here in the dowel. Just not. Just so long as it doesn't impede the rotation of this piece. So just a little bit of glue at the end there to stick that in place. And I may also glue it on the other side. Perfect. Yeah. Let's try and stick a little bit of glue in here. It's not exactly how we should be doing that, but in fact, let me use the other dowel just to stick that through. That may or may not stick, but it will at least help it from falling out. That's right. Yeah, that's all good. Now, I need to get this dowel glued in. Looks like a little lever or handle or whatever. Okay, well there's nothing to clamp here, so we'll just wait. Move this to the side and wait. That's 9A done. Maybe I should just do 9B as well while we're here, since that will be clamped. And then I mean, it says to wait 10 minutes all the way down at 10C, but I think I'm going to have trouble doing that also because all these pieces build on top of each other, and the piano stool is going to be a bit annoying to clamp down. So I shall not do that. I will look for piece 21, which looks like this piece. And I will just glue that in, and then I will go back to step 2. Who said life should be simple? Is it supposed to be like this? It's difficult to say, really. So it's like that. Got this piece, that matches that, that's great. And then the short side here, supposedly lining up with the short side there. They do, I think that's an even, I think that overhang is even on both sides. We'll see how that goes. Let's make a little registration mark even though, I mean, it will stay lined up with the, because of the slot, but I want to know where to glue. Yeah, so I could do a registration like here, and now I just glue up to this line on this bottom one, rather than 2 lines on the top one. I'm wondering if I should like stain this when I'm done or something. Because otherwise it is just it is kind of a very simple piece of wood if it's not stained or anything. So this, so put this slot here and that line. I was quite happy with that before, so I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be happy with it now. That alignment is a bit tricky. Oh wow. Wait, is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be so far set back. Huh. Well, I glued that. I mean, I didn't glue it wrong. I drew my line in the wrong place, but at least it's hidden. So that's now all lined up, and this is actually set back from the thing. Maybe I got the wrong piece. Is it possible? I don't see anything else that looks like that. So there's this piece. They've also used a much more textured piece of grain on that one. Oh no, this is not right at all. I need to. Let's try with this to measure a right angle, because that doesn't feel straight to me. And let's just do this. Okay, and if I put this piece of paper over here, that's fairly straight. Okay, okay. Well, I suppose it's within a tolerance. I can always redo it if I need to. Clamp it down. Now, let's put this to the side and go back to step 2. Step 2. Maybe I should put some music on. I didn't really set up the stream for that, so maybe I shouldn't. Well, that was easy. Yeah, seems reasonably secure. Nice glue. Love it. So part 2 is starting with piece 1. Step 2 is starting with piece 1, and pieces 4 and 5 as we were before. And we've got to be careful with piece 4 because it has holes on one side and no holes on the other side. And piece 5 has these sticky out bits, but only on one side. So I think that the holes are supposed to go down. Let me see if I can find a confirmation of that later in the instructions. There. So that, yes, that is indeed down. It's probably enough glue. piece 5 goes down. Oh, that was a lot of glue. Okay. I do need more glue later in this step, so I'll try and reuse that. Except I probably should have thought about it a bit harder. Silly me. Okay, dowels. Dowels wise, we're talking, that looks like the biggest dowel in the box. But I'll have to confirm that. And then we've got another large dowel. Yeah, so there's this 5mm. That's off camera. This 5mm, which is 11, should be just over 11 centimeters. Oh, it's even bigger. So it's not this one. Unless I'm no, that's clearly wrong. Put that to the side. Is this just a bigger than? Okay, it's this one. And it's going to be glued, which is good. 5mm times 114mm. This is 5. Yep. And this needs glue before sticking in the end of the piano. Fab. And there's should be a 3mm one of the same length. That looks like it's going to be this. Yep. And that also needs a bit of glue. I'm not entirely happy with the fit. I would have expected a friction fit of these pieces. But now I'm struggling. 5mm times 108mm, just over 10 centimeters. But I don't see, that's not here. So I'll put this back. I see this dowel somewhere else. It looks like it's going to be this one. And obviously no glue. As per the instructions, no glue here. Yeah, 5108. The precision on the length is really good, but so why are the holes so dodgy? And then it says wait 20 minutes, but I struggle with that because it's not even clamped. So what's the point? Let's see. Maybe I can clamp it up. Not like now it wants me to wax that's a bit out of order. Now it wants me to wax this dowel. That's odd, isn't it? Shouldn't I have just waxed it before I glued it in? Would have been easier. Yeah, this is a nuisance. Also, how do I know that it's going to be straight and square? The other piece, this piece goes in like this, so I'm going to stick them all together obviously without glue at the moment. And clamp it square. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this will, if I can clamp this down, it's going to stay secure. I got these clamps for cheap. So they're fiddly. No! No way. Alright. Well, I have bigger clamps. All right. I don't think there's any racking on that. That seems to be in pretty nicely. And I don't want to put too much pressure there because I don't. For reasons. Okay, so now I wait like apparently 20 minutes. I'm not going to do that. I will wait 10 minutes or so. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of stacking and sanding and stacking. Maybe I could do that before we move on, or go back to step 9. Oh. Let's check out our piece from step 9. That seems secure enough to move on. So now we need piece number 22. That's a tiny little piece, which I feel like will be useful to see on here. 18, 21, 2 times 2. That's, yeah, we already saw those. It's actually not in that box. The numbering here is odd to me. 20, 22. It's in this box with all the circles and the sanding. It is this one, this little piece. Nice. So no glue apparently, and we're going to need to find piece 23 as well. Silly me. Oh, this didn't quite finish drying yet. I think it's okay. So it goes across, it goes in here. And then piece 23. Looks like some of these are laser cut and some of these are CNC'd, which is funny. 22, 23, which is the laser cut piece, which you can see just about. I'm interested in the kind of the economics of these kits, because I presume there's some serious manufacturing ability behind it. Okay, this needs gluing, as in it needs gluing, and we're supposed to put this. It's not exactly clear from the piece of paper, but it looks like we're supposed to put this little shim in the middle, so there's space while we're gluing it. Because there's laser cutters, there's CNCs. That's industrial investment. It's quite a big deal. Those can go for, I don't know, thousands of pounds. Especially in laser, because CNCs people sometimes try and make themselves, right? Which is fun. All right, I've put the paper in the middle, but they don't really seem to have sized the paper properly. That's okay. To do 23, I got a little bit of extra glue on my finger now. Just wipe that off. And then 2 times 24. 24 is quite a distinctive looking piece. I think it's these. They look a little bit more nicely rounded in the picture. I feel like they round over there. I'm just gonna do a tiny little sand. Just make it a bit nicer, because it's gonna be the legs of the stool. Okay, that's nice enough. Great. And then this is kind of supposed to, it's like supposed to go all the way over like this. It's fine. These go on the edge. Here and here. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to align it with the front, the back, or it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not a mechanical piece. It's just for decoration. Oh, is that me? Okay. Well, a little bit of extra glue there. Maybe a clamp. Nice. That's gone in quite nicely. I saw someone say to use, I guess not with such a small piece, but to use like a vacuum and suck the glue into the wood using a shop vac from the other side. That could be fun. Yeah, that's nicely squeezed out. And in 5 minutes, that should be fine. Let's get to work on this piece for now. So right on the edge and horizontally centered, ideally. Should I mark it or should I eyeball it? The age-old question. I am going to eyeball this one and align the other one. That was way too much glue again. Clamping action. kind of looks like I'm sponsored by the pet charity, which is ironic, I guess, because I suppose I sponsor them more than they sponsor me. Not with this level of, not like with this level of production quality. It looks like I'm sponsored by anyone. It looks like, I mean, really it looks like I'm not sponsored at all, which is how it should be, I suppose. I've given it a little bit too much pressure and then tried to adjust it, but that looks pretty spot on now. Okay. I said it looks pretty spot on and I kept messing around with it. I need to be a bit careful about how I place that. That should be good. Okay, now I'm supposed to wait 10 minutes for that, just that alone, which I will. Oh, yeah, okay. All the glue seeped in. Classic end grain. Let's get some more glue on there. Clamp it back up. Maybe this one is going to be a bit tricky to clamp. I really just don't want to be like holding it in place for 10 minutes. Sometimes when pieces are a bit tricky to clamp, tape works well, but I don't have artist's tape or anything right now. I do like to. I have. Oh no, I did buy some masking tape. Okay, let's try masking tape just to give it a little touch of pressure. Because if you don't put pressure on your glue, you don't create that nice tight bond, which maybe for this piece, I mean, they don't mention clamping at all, right? So maybe it's not necessary, but I like to, I think it will help. No point making something worse than it needs to be. Okay, there we go. Just managed to stick that with a little bit of pressure. I'll just wait. Okay, 910C. This looks separate again, so I could continue here. Let's just check how these dowels are doing. There's a world of difference between a nice clamp and a dodgy clamp. No, that's not in yet, so I can see why they asked to wait 20 minutes for that one. I suppose, yeah, design-wise, 3 pieces means, even though they're kind of loose pieces, it does keep it square. Whereas if they just had 2, it would rack a lot more. Okay. So let's keep going on. Let's keep going with step 11, which needs piece 25. I think that's over here. And piece 26, and then piece 27 and piece 28. Yeah. This is 25. This is 27. Let's try and put them in order so I don't lose that. 27. 28 is gone walkabouts. So this one looks like it might be this one. And 29 was it? Twenty-seven, 28, and 26. So this is 25. This is 28. Somehow. Oh, I see. It does make it does have a kind of gap to it. And 26 I'm missing, so I didn't need this piece. But I did need 26, which looks a bit like 28, but with more slots and stuff. It's this one. Look at that. And I'm going to need a 3mm by 12mm dowel. Which is a teensy. Is it those ones that I was confused about before? Yes, it's the same. It's the same ones that I think I'm missing one of before. We'll see. It could have migrated to this side. Two of them? Is that right? No, just one. I don't want to lose more. Okay, 25. 26, no glue, and then glue after on the end to keep the dowel in place. They want me to wax it? Apparently not. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's moving around. Let's dance. Let's stick a piece of glue on the end of here, as requested. Ooh, that was a big dollop. Let's do it on the other side. Hopefully that will be enough. I want this to be kind of flipped from the other one. And then they're going to want me and then they want me to wait 10 minutes again. Am I supposed to hold it myself? Maybe they're expecting you to hold it yourself for 10 minutes. Probably if I read the instructions, I probably know. But, you know, who does that? I think this is an aesthetic piece, not a structural piece. It looks like the foot, so I'm gonna just put it where I think it should go. But I think I just ruined all the glue again. I mean, this connection is not great. Like, if I needed it to be strong, they should have done a little should have done it a bit better, basically. A little bit of joinery would not have been amiss. Let's try and slide this across. Great. That's okay. Yeah, this one's another nightmare to clamp. But I'm not holding things in place for 10 minutes. I mean, I simply do not have that kind of patience. Maybe if I use, no, that's held. That could drip though, so I'll leave that there for a second. Try and move it over a bit. Let there be light. Okay, so we've got a foot. We're gonna wait a few minutes. Let's go jumping backwards and forwards, and let's attach, because this is actually, it's not quite there yet, but it's gonna be fine once it's no, fine, whatever. Look, our things are coming together. So I do need to jump back and hope that this piece is going to be okay by the time I get to it. I can spend some time. I can close this up, and I can spend some time waxing and sanding. Everyone's favorite thing. Okay, it's these, right? $16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? Yes. These actually feel pretty smooth, so I might get lucky here. But let's be methodical. Why not? It's on camera, so. Okay. there's an interesting, I feel like there's different, also interesting variety of woods here. So yeah, again, the economics are interesting to me. I should say it was a Secret Santa gift, which means I know that there was an upper budget. And there's a decent amount of wood here, and you know, care taken and stuff like that. So it has to be made in a decent size, you know, a decent amount of kind of automation. That's got a bit rough there. Oh, yeah, that's a bit rough. This is fine. This is gonna be fine now. Okay. Next up, let's stick these on. I'm getting kind of hungry, but I'm going out for dinner, so I'm just going to live with that. Yeah. Okay. These are getting into place. They don't look exactly square, but we saw that we can make them square, so that's all okay. I already waxed that piece up. Ooh, waxed it up. So this dowel, which for some reason we weren't supposed to glue. Crazy. I guess it kind of spins around or something. We're supposed to leave it in here and put this on top of it. It's just a bit weird. Obviously, we have to be super delicate because the order of operations. I'm leaving this out. Maybe I got the wrong pieces. Is that possible? These look like they should touch. So I pulled them all from here. I mean, there's nothing else that could match that. But let's just check. Number 6. That's number 6. That's what it is. I actually built the desk that I'm working on here, and it's because of the way this room works and the logistics of it all. It is on top of the radiator, which means that when the heat goes on, which happens, you know, on and off every half hour, 45 minutes, whatever. We've been here just over an hour. And I think when I first sat down, the heating was on, and now it's on again. And I get blasted by currents underneath, which is nice for me, especially, you know, on a colder day. But it is a bit funny for sitting here and working, and it's a bit funny for crafts, right? Because every time the temperature changes, the properties of the materials you're working with, like glue, say for example, the working time of the glue changes as the heat changes. And being right on top of the radiator, the heat changes quite a bit. So that's, you know, if I was to make all my decisions again, maybe we would do that one different and we'll have a, I don't know, have underfloor heating or something. Not that that's something I can necessarily just do and change. Cool. Okay, so that piece goes in there, and then there's, okay, we're getting a whole bunch of random mechanical bits. We need pieces that look like they're coming from here, could be coming up, but could also be coming from there. Piece 7, and then a dowel. That is piece 7. Oh. What dowel was it? 5 by 32. Nice chunky dowel. It is one of these. Is it this one? That looks like 32. And it looks like 5. And does it fit? Not that that's much of a towel. It does fit. And it's gonna fit like this. Okay, so let's get some glue in there. I mean, look, this piece is supposed to be round, and it's approximately round. So I'm, you know, did they iterate, make the process more efficient after the fact, or were these handmade at first, and now they're machine made, and because of that, they look different. I mean, these ones are actually round, but I assume that's because they're made from round stock, or maybe they're like, maybe they're cut out from CNC like that. So it's 8, 8, and 9, 9. Just need a second to differentiate them. 8 looks like the one with the thicker. Yeah. So that's, strangely enough, it's in the positions that they said it would be. That's crazy, right? Okay, no glue. We put eight on. It's supposed to be waxed. I mean, again. Why is there, okay, on the next page it says video camera. It's funny, right? You're supposed to watch something? Maybe there's a guide at the front. Visit our website to view instructional videos. When I see that symbol, I will not do that. Frankly, I will skip that step. but I'm glad to see it. I mean, it looks exactly like what I was doing before, and I just need to make sure to not apply glue on this loose dowel. So that should be fine. Okay, let's do it then. Let's just get that done. Glue here. Quite like dipping the glue thing over the dowel, so it's kind of fun. Glue here on this flat surface, and on this one, pieces 4 and 5, if I remember. Since I have a little bit of extra, I'll apply it on the other side too. But not in that little hole. This little hole specifically. But I still have to line that up, which is a mighty pain. Maybe I stick it in here first, and then in there. Oh, God. I wonder if the instructional video helps. Okay, that's one side on. Now we need the little dowel that's not glued in for some bizarre reason. I guess it's supposed to spin. Need that lined up. And ideally, I guess the camera should also be able to see what's going on. But frankly, you are second. Okay, that's in, and that's in. Okay, now let's line all these pieces up and get a clamp on them. Yeah, and I can see that the next step is going to involve this hole that goes all the way through here. So let's make sure that that's available while the rest of it's clamped. Okay, I'm happy with that for clamping. These are going to go in the middle somewhere. Unfixed. Assuming I got that right. Yes, they're unfixed, but they're in the middle. Okay, we got a nice big. That's the largest dowel in the box. 6mm times 147 millimeters. We're kind of even. Oof. Seriously big. We put this 9mm, this piece 9 on with glue. We're making a handle, basically, a crankshaft. there's a 6 times 25. This is that 6? Looks like it could be 5. It could be 6. Difficult to say. But I don't see another dowel that matches it. And 25 length. Just to confirm. Yeah. So that's what we're aiming for, and let's glue it up. It doesn't fit. Not to worry. I can just apply the glue the way normal people apply it. Sad, right? I only have, okay, I still have like 2.5 hours here. But after that, I'm gonna have to leave this as a project until after New Year. So I'm kind of excited to do as much of this as I can right now. Okay, that's that. That waits 10 minutes. And then it all goes into place, which is terribly exciting. Let's jump forwards again. How is this cracked piece doing? It's slightly better. I could and I might, and I think I will actually just try and use the glue again as a bit of a filler. And just stuff it in there so that when it dries it will also fill the space a little bit more. So step 9 and 10. Did I promise that I would try and line these up and do a proper alignment now? I did, so let's see if I can do that. And I may as well use the ruler provided in the box. Oh, I've lost the glue lid. It's here. Okay. So, pencil, ruler. Let's get rid of the tape. And let's try and. I mean, I don't actually care about the ruler. What I want to do is make a square. Because this ruler, frankly, is not that useful. But let's see. Is this square? It's approximately square. Wow, this is really annoying. I'm getting a proper ruler. Beautiful. Nothing like a proper combo square with proper millimeter degradations. So over here, I mean, I suppose the right thing to do now I have this kind of tool. It seems a bit ridiculous, but it's to push this all the way up to here, and then basically I can scribe it, right? So tighten this up. Apparently I've ended up with about 2 millimeters. And look, I would have been a whole millimeter or 2 off. You see? Nothing like precision tools. Fantastic. And on the other side, what are we talking? Now, so you see I wasn't centered, but that's okay. I can actually kind of see that I'm not centered. Let's line it up. No, not quite. Okay. now we're lined up. And take it back here. Mark it. And I mean, the difference in precision that you can get from the right tool or the right measurement technique is quite astounding, because you know, I was always hobbyist. If I was making stuff, I was just like making it with whatever's available, and then a couple of years ago I got the opportunity to start actually buying tools that makes things easier. You know, the opportunity or the courage or whatever it would be, and the difference in the quality of things I was able to make just by, oh, you know, I need to make right angles, let's get a combo square, so I can make and clamp right angles. It was a big difference. I was able to make furniture like the desk we're using, and like some of the cupboards and stuff in the home, which was a huge change, and may have saved money overall, but also may not have if you include kind of time and labor and the cost of the tools and everything else. Actually, I'm going to flip this around while I still have a chance, because the crack is on the other side, so we can hide it a bit more. Okay, let's push this down, and apply the tape taut. This round. Okay. I am not overly happy with that joint. I mean, look, here there's actually a gap. They haven't cut a perfectly straight line for us. Oh, the other leg's in the way, but like that. I don't know if you can see it. Oh no, my finger's in the way. Blah blah blah. You should always have a loop back that's not the actual stream itself, right? But who can be bothered to do things properly when doing things, doing things easily is just so much easier. Okay, the legs are going to be on them. That's supposed to wait another 10 minutes, but we do already have these feet. That one's moving as it should. This one, it's still waiting for the glue to set. Maybe it will never set because of the ridiculous clamping. Because of the angle required for clamping this. Okay, let's give that some more time. See if it ever gets strong enough. Doesn't that make me out of things to do for a second? This seems strong enough. So let's go back. I mean, I got to step 10 and 11, but there's 13 up to 20, step 22. So I have no doubt that there will be something else that I could do in parallel at some point. We were here. Oh, so there's some text. I need to find part 13, and I need to round it off with the sandpaper and then wax it. 13 goes here in the middle. So it's kind of all in this sort of stuff. I think this is probably 13. Looks fairly round. Let's just check that is 13. 13. It looks round, but you know, they took they took the time to tell me specifically to round it off, so let's do that. And only for number 13 and not number 11, 12, whatever. So, who's to say? And no glue for any of this, which surprises me, seeing as it looks like these are supposed to move the piano keys in funky and unexpected ways. It's not quite round. Getting there. Okay, and wax. Fab. All waxed. Okay, so we're supposed to do piece 11, then one of piece 12, then one of piece 11. Oh, actually no, we're supposed to do 2 of piece 11, 5 of piece 12. So 12 is at the top, then there's 11, 11 is perfectly round. And then number 13, which is the one we just rounded off. No, okay, so 12 is these with the flat edge, and 11 is perfectly round. So we should actually start with 11. And we do 2 of them. And we start from this side. Oh, actually, it needs to go through. Okay. That could have been a big waste of time. Supposedly, I suppose I could have read the instructions. So let's make sure this is all looking right. I see the holes that we checked earlier. I mean, I'm gonna wax this up too. Why not? Feels like this thing has to turn, so it makes sense to have a bit of wax on it. Okay, 2 times 11 is 22. 12 times 5, that's 60. 3, 4, 5, and I feel like I should make them not all aligned, but they're not glued, so it's just a bit random, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then unlucky 13, which I guess is going to end up powering this whole thing, and then we do 5 more 12s. Three, 4, 5, and 11 times 2. 1, 2, and there's supposed to be another 11. So there's an 11 times 1. It's supposed to come just after 13. Woe be me. So what's our total? 22 plus 60, that's 82, plus 13, that's 95, plus 11, that's 106, plus another 60, 166, plus another 22, 188. Nice number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope this is sufficiently entertaining content for everyone watching. Okay, so I mean, if this is working, it should be working. Yeah, that's kind of, that's making motion. Let's also line up with number 13. No, that doesn't line up, and it's not supposed to. Okay, so but we are supposed to stick this through and then get another piece of number 9 and actually glue this with a tiny little, with a piece of paper to separate it. And again, they've missed out, maybe this was the thin one. Okay. I withhold my outrage. Withdraw and withhold my outrage. Oh, there's a precision tip. I wish I saw that. Although I did quite enjoy dipping the dowels in. Yeah, that's great. That's going to be great. Okay, and wait 10 minutes, aka more than the patience that I have before moving on. It wants to now glue everything on one by one. Okay, for alignment. Oh my god, that's a bit crazy. Just so now we can make sure everything's aligned. How about meh? That's really annoying, but I suppose it makes sense. That is strong enough to keep going. Okay. So our pieces are almost moving. We're almost reaping the benefit of our parallelization. We've got like 2 more steps before we hit the steps that we went ahead and did. Okay. Fabulous. So this is supposed to look like that. Sorry, no, from the instructions it would be lined up like that, right? And then we need this silly piece. Oh, don't lose the wax. Just about getting strong enough. I might, now that I know there's a precision tip, I may try and squeeze some extra glue in there. This is obviously how all master woodworkers deal with their joints. Just squeeze some extra glue in the side. And in like 5-10 minutes that will all be set. I still need to glue. This piece is going to go on this side. And we're going to need some spreading action. Yeah, I can definitely feel that the glue is warm. Kind of set almost immediately. Wow. Which is good, I guess. And tapping foot over here. So I'm supposed to have a dowel there? Or am I adding that in a second? In a weird order. Yeah, it looks like I'm adding that in a second. Now I'm literally supposed to wait another 20 minutes for this part of the glue to dry. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Time or patience. Let's see if I can clamp this without destroying it. Get in there. Oh. I should use my big boy clamps. Oh, now it's gone too far. So I'm trying to use the metal frame of the clamp to keep the whole thing square. That's kind of working. Okay, yeah. And the other one I'm not going to clamp. I don't think I can. Actually, maybe I can. The other one I can clamp. More easily. But can I do it while also letting the camera see? Probably not. Not that clever. Well, I clamped that up, but I lost the clamp on the other one. Love clamps. Especially cheap clamps from Amazon. Okay. Now I carefully put this to the side. Oh, fuck. I don't want to be demonetized. Oh no. Maybe I shouldn't have clamped it at all. Just leave it. Just leave that one. Just don't touch it. Great. I feel like that 20 minutes, maybe I should read the instructions. Is it literally gonna tell me, oh, for 20 minutes you should sit and wait and hold it? It just says waiting time. So I need to wait some time for that. I need to wait some time for this. This is probably ready, actually. Yeah, this one's fine. To get started, at least. Okay, so moving back. This looks kind of tedious. I need to line every single piece up. Push all the cams to one side. I feel like I've left a little bit too much play. this whole assembly seems to have just too much play. But I think that's what they've given me, so that's what I'll use. So there's 16 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And there's 16 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Am I supposed to also glue the keys? Because again, there's so much more play than in there. It just talks about the cams and gluing the cams. I'm going to glue the cams, and if I need to, I will come back and also glue the hammers, the keys themselves. Okay. 1-to-1 correspondence. Okay. So it's actually kind of okay, so that's one strip of glue, and here's the cam that goes on there. I see. So these are circle ones. That means that this part won't move at all, right? Because I guess that's not where the piano player's hands will be. So that is clever. And there's a gap between them. Nice little gap. Should I have more of a gap? I don't know. Okay, that seems decent. Now we're on to piece 12 piece, so we need to try and kind of make these vary in their position, because we don't want everything lined up exactly the same. Because that would be really boring. But then again, it's probably closer to how piano playing actually looks. Like the amount of music where every single finger would be playing a different time is probably much less common than one where they're kind of correlated at least a little bit. Okay. Oh, maybe like this is easier. I don't want them to all be, I don't want it to be like a wave, so I kind of want to go like forwards, backwards, forwards again. I think. I also want to make sure that I'm not hitting multiple keys with the same cam. I feel like I gave too much slack on this side. There's just more play than there seems to be in the picture. There's more play in the model than the picture suggests there should be. It's funny, the stream, YouTube keeps switching between one person watching and two people watching, and I highly doubt that there's a second person watching. Because they probably would have told me if they were. Or they're just so embarrassed. So it's probably a counting error on YouTube's side. Okay. That's not quite, that's a bit. That one back. Oh, it's getting stuck. It's already stuck. I don't know what kind of glue they're using here, but it's pretty good. Okay. And number 13. Are we at number 13 yet? No, we've got 2 more pieces to get to number 13. How long till dinner? 4:08 p.m. My dinner. Oh, this is the single circle in the middle. I need to leave at 6 p.m. and I probably need to leave a little bit before that because I don't want to be late. So that gives me like an hour and a half. Still here. Maybe I'll finish this. I was expecting it to be honest, you know, I saw how many instructions there are, and there are still plenty of instructions to do. I was expecting it to take longer so far. Okay, we're halfway through setting the cams. Yeah, so maybe it will take long. I don't know. We'll see. I suppose I also need to account for the fact that I'm almost certainly going to make a mistake eventually. And then I'll probably stop the stream and, you know, go cry in a hole somewhere. Not that anyone would notice. They're kind of now it's kind of getting tricky. Maybe I should have done all the cams in the middle. Oh dear. Yeah, okay. These to be quite far apart. Like, yeah, this is. Did I not give enough space? Did I give too much space? Or okay, I can kind of get in. I think this might be the end of the. like the circles at the end, they actually don't matter. As long as they're touching a key. Like if they're not touching a key, then they're it's going to be the same as if they are, right? The key is just going to be up or down. So I'm actually going to leave. Maybe I can put a dab of glue in the middle, which will maybe help stick in place. Otherwise, I think I will leave them. Actually, try and stick a dab of glue in there because I can't get to the shaft anymore, which I suppose is how it's supposed to be. I just feel like I should have glued these all up before putting the piece in, right? Like as each one went in, it just seems a bit odd that that's not the order suggested by the instructions. And I did mention that before, so it's not like a hindsight thing. I was saying it as I put them in. This is on order of operations. 14, 15, 16 pieces. Looks like the ones in this box. Maybe not. Which box is 14, 15, and 16? Oh, they're small. Are they? Oh, I see. Did I just see 15? Yeah, it was this box. I'm just blind. That's what teachers always say in the UK. I'm just blind. 14, 15 with a little slant, and where's 16? I see 17. How about 16 back here? $13, 26. 16 is in the one. We haven't used much of it yet, but the one with the piano lid, which is laser cut. Well, it could have been CNC'd, but it was laser cut. I guess the difference is that they've CNC'd like the wood, and laser cut the plywood. So if it's a solid piece of wood, chunk of wood, then it's been CNC'd, and if it's a piece of plywood, it's been laser cut. I suppose that makes sense. Maybe the laser cut's cheaper to use. 5. Okay, step 7. There's a weird blemish on the instructions on step 7. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. 14 is this one. 15's got the slant, and 16 has this weird hook. So I think it makes sense. Oh, and they provide a cross section for us, so that's useful. It looks like. Oh, excuse me. We're supposed to put the square angle against 14, and yes, that makes a square angle there. So that looks right. Well, I guess we'll find out. Let's apply all the glue onto this piece, onto the 15. Because that saves us having to align things up on the other two, 14 and 16. I don't know what happens with the laser cutting and hardwoods, so not hardwoods I guess, but Woodwards so much, because I have some experience with a laser cutter. We have one at work actually, but we only ever use it for acrylic or plywood. And obviously, it would work. I've used it to engrave regular wood. I applied glue to the wrong side. Well, there you go. Not thinking. This is the right side. Let's give it a healthy dollop of glue. Real beautiful. Literally wants me to wait again 10 minutes for this. I do not want to, and I also am going to struggle to clamp this properly. Let's see if it takes when I just use it, try and just clamp it, but I doubt it. Oh fuck. See, that's why you gotta clamp. That's why you gotta clamp. There's still some glue there, so I'm just gonna put some glue not spread on and then squeeze it together. Along with the existing glue, hopefully it will all be hunky-dory. Yeah, just sticking my head straight over the top of the piece, of course. Okay, I'm just gonna stick this to the side and hope. Hopes and prayers, friends. Hopes and prayers. I'm supposed to wait 10 minutes for all of that stuff. I think at this point I can jump forwards. Yeah, there's some extra stuff for us to do here. Piece 29, it's quite distinctive. It is, I mean, it's the tail of the piano player. And it just, I mean, it looks like it just goes on. They don't really give us much in terms of alignment for some of these pieces. Let's get the body of the dude. So these are going to go like that, and we're going to end up with a dowel in there, and it's going to be all glued up. That's going to sit summit like that. Yeah, I mean, they want me to kind of fix this stuff in place. I think best is if I stick this on, but I stick it slightly above the line of the top of the legs or whatever. Because it looks like here they want us to lean forwards a tiny bit, and if I stick that forwards, I think that will help. Although look at that, isn't that 2 pieces of wood? So they've done a bit of my monitor, I suppose that's what they'd call it. Oh, there's like magic buttons here. What does this do? Retouch. Don't want that. Not smart. not smart. I can't even tell if this is streaming now. Yeah, that's apparently streaming. So if it wasn't streaming before, then I'll just say again, I let my phone die. It might die again. It's on a 2% battery or whatever. Let's get started again. 4:26. We got time. Yeah, so I'm supposed to glue the tail of this guy onto his backside. Let's spread that a little bit more. And I mentioned that I will I'm gonna have it lift up a little bit. I'm upside down now, haven't I? Let me try and fix that in just a second. I mean, I'm not upside down, but everything I'm doing is upside down. No. I'm afraid, oh, maybe I can do it like this. New angle, new camera angle, new me. Great. Oh God. So little slack. And definitely a weird camera angle. I think you can see roughly the same as you could before. No, I mean, it's a bit worse, but go like. Give it more slack here. Ooh, nothing like live. Here we go. That'll work. Okay. And now the text is the right way up and everything, and I have aligned this decently enough. Okay. This one sits forward a little bit, just like I wanted. There is a bit more of a crotch view than I remember from last time the stream was on, but you know, you gotta give the people what they want. Oh yeah, that's working. That's looking nice. Still a bit weird that we're not supposed to glue the thing on. I suppose they need to move independently, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, no glue on the guy's bum, but we are supposed to put a tiny little 3x36mm dowel in there. This one is 30. Oh no, it's 39. It looks like. So not this. Is this 36? That is 36. And is it 3? Yeah, it's like 2.5. So we'll do. And we are supposed to dab a bit of glue on the end here. I can't tell if the guy's top is supposed to move, so I am going to do exactly as the instructions say, even though my instinct would be to put glue all the way along the dowel. Let me stick, actually, let's try and be a bit clever and put some glue in the hole before the dowel gets there. And then the dowel should kind of squeeze it up and let it spread a bit. Come on now. You can do it. There we go. Nice. Nice. And you, I mean, my plan didn't really work, but it kind of worked. That was a little bit oversized and like undersized for the hole and oversized in length. Love it. But that'll be fine. Okay. So I stuck that in, and this guy moves back and forth. It actually does say that. I'm just, again, not really paying attention as I should be. Okay, 14 step A, we need piece 31. We're running, you know, when I first looked at this thing, I thought there's so many pieces, but I guess it was all the piano. Now we're kind of running low on pieces, which I quite like. That's too long. That's 76. Yeah. And it's 3. Just by my instinct, yeah. And so we're supposed to stick this in there. It looks like we can't go too deep. But no glue. No glue? This will be glued in place finally on page 17. Okay. We're on page 15 right now. Okay, but we were supposed to glue it when we stick it in the back of this dude. This is a little bit risque, if I may say. So, this this doesn't seem lined up properly. Or, oh, is it a piano pedal? Is it just a pedal? Okay, yeah, okay. So it's supposed to kind of come centrally. And it's all going to be fine. Trust, I'm gonna trust in the process. So this is supposed to get glued in there. So let's stick some glue in the dowel hole. I feel like maybe the other watching person, according to YouTube, is just my phone, the one that's streaming. Okay, that's glue. Oh, what does this, did this go too far somehow? No, it just got stuck. I'm gonna stick it right in there. I think that's good. Now we've got a hand to build. Wow. Okay. You know, something exciting every day. So let's get a little bit. I guess we've got 2 hands to build, probably. I presume a piano player needs 2 hands. Oh, his hands are kind of big. Look at that. Look at that. Sand and wax each finger and thumb. Yep. That's what we're doing today. We also need dowels, the 2mm ones, the really titchy ones for the thumbs, and then 2mm slightly longer, less titchy ones for the fingers. every single one needs sanding and waxing, even though it's made of plywood. Yeah, also only just struck me that the plastic is also custom vacuum molded, right? Which does take me back all the way to resistant materials. So there's two types of finger. There's obviously a finger and a thumb. Which is piece number 39 and piece number 40. Oh, there's actually a 38 as well. Okay. And these are laser cut. You can tell from the burning at the side that they're laser cut. It's not that complicated. They're like charred. If you were a really good crafts person, you would sand off the charring. And if they were really good, if it was a really, really great kit, I would have hoped that they would sand that off for you. But it is still pretty high quality laser cut because it's not charred on the face of the wood. Maybe they have sanded the faces down. Okay, those are all the fingers. So there's obviously those two. Now I just need to figure out which ones are the little fingers. I think those are all the same, and there's should be 8 of them, right? Or less. Should be 6 of them. 2, 3. There it is. These ones are smaller, the same size and smaller. Yes. Okay. Let's get started. Sanding and waxing each finger and thumb. Okay, that's the pinkies, the pinky and the brain. Did I already do that soon? That's how. It's fine. From now on, I'm going to do the back first. So I'm going to flip every one before I do it, and that way I'll know that I've done it or not. It's just those little things, you know? Flip. Cool. I mean, you know, I'm not. To what extent is this? Am I really sanding it? I'm not putting a little scribble on it and making sure that the whole thing is gone. I'm just trying to make sure it's perfectly smooth. But it is laser cut, not CNC, so there's no chip out, blown out chips or whatever. Okay, that's the fingers for sanding, and let's do the thumbs. And now to wax. To wax lyrical. Maybe I can do it just like this. I wonder what kind of wax it is. Ears wax. It does still say 2 people watching. Well, maybe I should make a name for you. Imaginary friend. If I'm called Tom, you may as well be called Jerry. That's not to give you a gender necessarily. Can be something like a hot Jerry, Geraldine. Okay, those are the 6 central fingers. I think that's all waxed up. And 2 little pinkies. Just smells like wood glue, not wax. To me, anyway. I don't have the best sense of smell. You can probably hear it in my voice. 443. I do need to get a move on. Okay, let's start with thumbs. Thumbs strike me as quite important. And I just get this little dowel. Oh. Okay. I got the depth really good on that. On the dowel. I'm going to glue it because there's no time to waste. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm doing one left, one right, and that just means flipping the hand over. But other than that, I think that's good. So that's the right, I guess. Let's do it properly. And this is the left. Oops. Oh, that was a lot of glue. Did I forget to flip it? I did. I think I did. It was the same. That is the same orientation. Okay, well, that's going to be fun. Let's fix that. I have to get the dowel out. Before the glue sets. I don't think I have tweezers. That's working. That was quite proud of that. I used the finger itself to to drag the dowel along. Okay, glue. Great. And now let's go put those fingers in. One by one. This is never gonna work first time. Yeah, I think I need to do like I need to do like this. Okay, and the pinky. Nice. Fab. Yeah. Okay, and a dab of glue. And it doesn't actually say it, but there's glue. There's a hole on the other side, which obviously could use some glue as well. So I will do that. Okay. Now I need to make sure I get all these the right way around and all that nonsense. So dowel. Finger. Dowel. Finger and oh. Nice. That used up actually a whole bunch of the extra pieces that we had as well. So we're really getting close. But we're also getting close to the amount of time that I have available. Okay, hands just need to sit and wait. 15. Let's see about, I mean, this should be, yeah, that's pretty solid now. I suppose I'm thinking, when I'm thinking about clamping and everything, I'm thinking a lot about furniture and making things that need to withstand a little bit more force. Whereas in reality, this stuff will be fine because it's not really intended for people to really sit on them or push them around or anything, push it around or anything like that. However, I might clamp this because I can. Like I said, why do something worse than you have to? Just get a little bit of that excess on the other side. Just double check. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way it works. only way it makes sense. It's not quite, maybe I got the square wrong, or you know, I didn't quite, like that piece is not quite aligned, but I don't think that's my fault. I think that's the way it is. Because look at this curve as well. Nope. That curve is not lining straight up with the piano beside it. So I think I'm a bit clear, personally. But I would say that, wouldn't I? Because why would I turn myself in? Okay, so that's clamped up. I think I can clamp the other side too. Since there's already a clamp that's actually keeping it square, I think I can get away with applying the clamping pressure on this side too. I may also look, there's a big gap there, so I may slide some glue in there. Yeah, pressure's not great, but it is something. And a little bit of extra glue just to fill that gap. Can you tell that I like using caulk and stuff like that in my normal larger projects? Okay, off to the side. We're getting very close to merging our two pieces together. We've got to make some piano legs. Pieces 17 and 18. Let's just check. 18 was up here, so it does look like it was this. Now we need 4 of them, I guess. 2, 3. Where's 4? It's just 3? Just 3. And 17 is just a tapered leg, like this, and like this. Okay. And after we do a tiny bit of glue on each one, we need to wait 10 minutes. I'm going to glue each piece. So I'm going to glue 17, 18 together, and then because the actual piano body is still clamped up and waiting, I will leave those just to set on their own, and then I'll come back and do the other glue a different moment, and glue the legs actually on a different moment. That should be fine. Wonder if I can clamp all these together with the same clamp. It's 5 minutes to 5, which gives me less than an hour. I want to be done here in 30 minutes, most 45 minutes, and then I'll run around like crazy. I think that's going to be fair, and I don't think I'm going to necessarily finish it, but I'll make a good go. Careful there. there's another manufacturing defect here. But that is clamped to do something. It's held roughly in place. Okay, we've got our big guy here. We've got the hands. Let's see what we can do now. We need to do arms. Looks like it's these pieces here. 1, 2 upper arms, 3, 4 lower arms. They look like they're supposed to go like this. Yeah, and they're supposed to be a left and a right, so one of them's, which there are, left and right. But this hole doesn't go all the way through, so I do need to be careful. The hole goes on the side of the sticky outy bit. That is the technical term. The hole goes there, but the let's get some more glue in. The lean goes towards the arm because he's kind of leaning forwards. I've either just left the glue open too long and it's all kind of drying out inside the bottle, or I'm starting to run out, honestly. Which maybe suggests I was using too much glue, given that it's a kit. Nice. Okay. And the hands go on. The thumb looks like it is looks like thumb sticks to the wider part. Does that look good? It does, although I need to make sure I get the right hand in the right place. A little bit odd because the thickness is different. I guess that's kind of a sleeve, but I like that. Let's just double check that the hole, that makes the hole in the right place. Your thumb is closest to your body. Yeah, that's all good. So the hand is thinner than the arm. So it goes like this. I think it's gonna look best if I line the top. Oh no! We lost his arm. So was it not enough glue, or was it too much glue? Or am I just messing around with it too much? Okay, just leave that one. Do this one. Again, the thumb needs to go on the sticky outy bit. I think it's adhering. The glue is actually adhering really well, and I don't know if it's because the glue is really great. I'm sure it is, but also I guess the wood the wood that they've used is thirsty, right? It's like ready to soak up anything. So it probably should be finished with something like an oil or something, which I do have. But do I have the energy? No, I do not. How are my legs doing? 5 minutes since I last checked the time. We've made good progress again. These legs are going to be fine for a little bit of maneuvering. This one, I'm gonna fill with glue again. Actually, I mean, one of the trick is supposedly to fill it with glue and with sawdust. But I guess I have a touch of sawdust, and that just, I think, keeps the color of the wood in the filler. Anyone watching this, if anyone ever watches it, Zora, you're gonna know that kind of stuff. Fun. I don't quite get that mechanism yet, but this is definitely the underside. So let's put the glue. Let's glue the legs in place. Sorry. And then we've matched. And then we've met our instructions. I suppose anywhere stable will be okay, but let's try and do it exactly as the instructions say. So I think about there. Looks like there's one right under the handle on both sides, actually. Here or here? Nope, I want it right over the top of the handle. That can only go well, I'm sure. Cool. So that's supposed to dry for 20 whole minutes. Definitely not happening. And then we did all this all the way up to the hands. Ensure part number 32 runs in line with the piano keys and is positioned in front of cam number 13. Interesting. So part number 32, that is this funny looking part here. It needs to stick I'm not touching the legs, so I feel justified in doing this. It needs to stick like this and with glue, and it needs to run in line with the piano keys and be positioned in front of cam number 13, which is the funky one. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like I'm gonna push this down as far as it goes, which it has been designed with a specific depth in mind. So I'll just fill this with glue and I'll stick it in place. and it actually just adjusts after the fact, so I don't necessarily think I need right at this moment to align it properly. I think I don't know if it's in the instructions, but I'm going to come back and align it with glue. So that's supposed to wait 10 minutes. These lengths of time are a bit odd, I have to say. Great. Yeah, that'll work. Now we're back to dude's head. Ah, oh yeah, that's intended. We want us to use some of these little dowels. Make sure we've got the right ones. Is this 1.2? This looks approximately. This looks 1.2e. It is 1.2. Nice. Wants us to glue the arms in the right in position, which I guess is why we need this all lined up first. This side. See, that dowel is a nice fit. Too nice, because I'm supposed to glue the whole assembly, so so the glue all just came out. I can't do the arms yet because everything needs to dry. So I'm going to try and step forwards to the head, which only needs a few things. I need to stick a nose on it, and I need to put a dowel in his neck. Is that the right weird triangle-shaped piece? Do I see another weird triangle-shaped piece? No, that's just a dowel. That's probably the missing dowel. But this isn't the right angle. Look, that's not a. Maybe it's supposed to be a kind of nose like that. Yeah, I like that better than what they've got pictured. They have the guy with a kind of weird shaped nose. Not that I want to talk. While that's, let me make sure I've got that right. Yeah, here. While that is getting adhered, I shall check and try and find a 3mm by 24mm dowel. That was way too much glue. Should have spread it. Should have spread it. Or used bloody masking tape or something. It's fine. When it dries, it'll be all good. Cool. I love it. I'm a big fan. 3mm wide, 2.4 centimeters long. How's this one? That's 4 centimeters long. So this is about half of that. It is also covered in tape. Two 0.4, yep, and 3 millimeters. I don't think I need to check with the number of dowels left, but yes, also. He looks a bit, kind of a little bit surprised, right? Maybe he doesn't know that he can play music, or maybe he didn't expect me to actually complete this kit. We're getting pretty close. But there's this chaos assembly right at the end, right? Which is the part where they say, "Oh, everything's gonna get stuck together." Let's get the head in place, because I don't think that's blocking anything. Twist the head to a jaunty angle whilst glue is drying. Ooh, artistic. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. He's an artist. Obviously, it should be jaunty angled. Yeah, like a little twist to the side like that. And give him a neck too. Why not? Okay, so I kind of need to wait a second then. Otherwise that will slip. I could try and get my head around this weird assembly. In fact, I will. Otherwise, I will. If I don't do this now, then I will not complete this thing in time. So we have to put a 3mm by 40. That's the one I just found, isn't it? Into a round thing, which looks like this. It's rounder in the original. That's okay. Does this fit? Looks about right. Oh, I just squeezed out a lot of glue. I think I need more glued dowels, so let's do those. That piece, this piece goes with the foot. This is the piece, the new piece, and it needs a dowel sticking it all together like this. Is this 3x15? Yes. Glue holding that in place. I feel like maybe I should have waxed that, but that's okay. No one asked me to. And then this chaos assembly goes inside the other chaos assembly. Eventually it all becomes one big piece. This is I guess this is what you'd call a linkage. Not that I'm qualified to use such complicated terms. This needs to dry. Just kind of want to make sure it's square. I suppose just lying out on the table will make somewhat sure of that. Okay. That's solid now. Okay, so let's go back and get these two folks attached as they should be. As the Lord intended. Oh, I see. These pegs are for alignment. That is clever. I'm just going to go and book a bike. Yeah, which was a good idea because there aren't that many around. So I just want to make sure I get one for when I actually have to go, which is in a bit over 30 minutes, but still. Yeah, sorry, this is supposed to be glued. I'm actually going to glue, looks like the whole surface. Why not? So I can glue the dowel, the dowels. Oh, that was too much. Oh, the jaunty angle. Jaunty angle, I forgot about the jaunty angle. But I really want to just get this whole area a little bit glued up. Can see why I was supposed to do the other bit first. Oh, those dowels are not. I wonder if I need to. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, with the pressure those dowels have, should be fine. Just, I can see why I was supposed to do that before doing the head. But I'm quite happy I did do the head first because now we're making good progress. Glue the arms in place so that the fingers are resting completely flat on the keys. So we want the kind of arm a little bit jauntied up, I guess, and the oh, my thumb is a bit stiff. Are the other fingers all okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna, it tells us just to glue the dowel, but there's so much surface there. I'm gonna get some glue on the whole rest of this. Nice. And similarly here, I think if I stick enough glue in that hole, to be fair. Let's also spread it around a little bit. Oh, nice. I saw some very satisfying glue squeeze out there. Let's get these hands at the same angle. And this head sufficiently jauntied. I feel like maybe there's just not enough glue in there. Maybe there was no glue. Oh, wow, that's way too much now. Okay, I'm gonna get a whole blob of it coming out. Ooh, just gonna take that out and then squeeze it back on. That looks good. What a musician, what an artist. A little bit confused about this. Why your guy is actually like rocking back and forwards, because nothing is moving him back and forwards. But now I think I need to wait, because I've got too much glue in the last part is underneath. Is there anything else that I need to do? I need to stick this in place at the end with the shims. I think I need to wait to do that as well. So, given that I need to go soon and I could actually do with getting changed, I may stop the stream and just finish. The last part to finish is just getting this mechanism attached up to the moving guy. So that is not. It doesn't even change the appearance of the thing. So I'll take the camera off the tripod, and I can show you a little bit, maybe, what's going on. Just gonna clamp that in place because I think that's what I need. Yeah, look, and then he rocks up and down. Rock and roll. Cam number 13 is a little bit tricky. Maybe that's supposed to be 11. Oh, whatever. Yeah. Let's take you away. Oh, hello. Here's the guy. And if I spin him, he moves. I do like the different position of the keys. I think that worked out quite well. Obviously I need to get the lid on, which will be fun, and all the stuff at the bottom, and that'll be done. All right, bye bye.